Who's our squad lead, by the way?
Right.
Or do I want something
You say that as you've got someone dressed like a fucking light bulb in front of you.
Alright, can I have the threes come outside so I can have a chat with them? I'll be in the big barn with the technical outside of it.
Which side? North side?
East side.
Right.
Thermobarics as well.
We blew for.
Fuck,
We have the same idea. Back.
So we get out of the way. This is 16 of us.
Cluster.
I mean, you guys can get upstairs. You can do whatever. I'm just gonna stand here.
Yep, Bravo.
Hey,
Pick
Liru.
something that shoot bullets.
So I mean, if those AI aren't decent for, I noticed spawn's really laggy, but it seems to only be in that red barn. It's like super bad. So I don't know.
Keeping an eye on server, like, you know, that web console. I'm keeping an eye on it. It's not been saying much about any packet loss. I think that resetting it's done it for now, but I'm not sure how long it'll hold.
Yeah, well, we'll play it till it decides to oof itself.
Until Hardcore shows up, Calum is, because I'm the team leader.
Anyway, do we have everyone here? Can I start?
No. I'll basically...
Do you mind if I start anyway? So I can get you guys... Just to give you guys the plan so you know where to send the guerrillas, so I know where to garrison, so we can start, like, ASAP when you guys feel like it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's the deal. We are all at Point Pegasus right now. The Tier 3's objective is to go to the Rasa Speedway, where there is a massive armor depot. Now, Rasa Speedway has a checkpoint at the entrance to the MSR, which is at 099110, and it also has a large fob encasing the entire perimeter of 093109. We believe they have artillery positions there, but our main objective at Rasa is there are a few experimental vehicles that we are trying to get you to extract. I believe there are 3. The experimental vehicles out of character are CSAT Vix. So, your job is to get those vehicles and bring them to a green 4 point on the map where you'll stash them in barns or wherever's convenient, so that when you're pursued, the enemies will lose sight of it. Now, to note, there are 2 places where QRF can come from. The airport or the airport. I don't know why I was doing that. I couldn't see the word Orion there. So the northern airport and the southern airport. The northern airport has more aircrafts than the southern airport, but the southern airport is closer. I don't know from which position the QRF will come from, but it could be either. Also, there's a bunch of small little FOB military bases around that other QRF could come from. I've marked a few, but I didn't mark them all. So use your judgment when it comes to the map. QRF is expected to come by air mostly, however it might be on the ground if air proves to be ineffective. So bring your AA accordingly. Guerrillas, you can send wherever you want. If you want them to go hit one of the airports to do distraction, naturally the Russians are going to respond to an airport threat more than a ground speedway threat, especially if the airport threat comes first. Otherwise, you do you. Use common sense. I'll be some guy that's chilling in an airport tower as the Russians, and if I get a report, I'll go send QRF for it. And I'll make judgments based off of what's going on. Do you need me to elaborate on that, or do you have an idea?
I've got everything that I need.
Alright.
Right, I need 4 people from 3, so we're going to have 2 squads, so at least 2
Take
SEs,
on the
Lingo and me. Need 2 people from 3
Not
to
the
step.
Navy. Hey, Aaron, welcome back.
Everyone
Right
else,
next to you.
So we were having some
everyone
really
else
weird
fuck off.
network issues, but I believe
I
they're
guess I'll
fixed
stay here.
now, so...
Fucking Christ.
Didn't even hear what the hell you
Everyone
said.
just keeps running.
I only need Yeah, you're with me, Iceberg, and ruling. Okay? You're in our squad, but because you're not leading right now, I don't need you here. Okay?
Alright, okay.
What are you?
So yeah, we
what are
were
you
seeing
guys
some
gonna do?
really bad desync on
Fine.
the server, so I
So
decided to
let's do
restart
this
it,
one. No, I
and
mean your
it
squad.
looks like it's worked for now, but we've also done some looking around and stuff, and the internet right now is having a massive panic attack, especially outside of France, which is where our server's based, and there's apparently a big cable that
Right.
goes from Europe to the
Fucking
US, or it might
Androids.
be UK to Portugal,
Yeah.
that got
many
severed, so all
times
the
have you got?
traffic's going through on a different cable.
Uh,
So there's a
I
lot of
have
different
technical
ways that
difficulty
things can be
in
bad, but I
November.
still think my
How
individual
do you
server is
know
having
that
an
you
issue,
have?
so
We
At
have
about, I don't know,
two squads.
15, 18?
we'll see how things go.
I don't even know.
2 squads of Green
If
Corps.
I was to throw you an objective, how long do you reckon shit'll stick before it starts sliding?
10-15 minutes.
You have to drive there, so.
Really?
Yep.
Runway, you see that QRF2 route?
Mm-hmm.
If you punch, would you reckon that if they punch through here, and
Yeah,
take
the
out this
world
position and
is
try and
effed
push
up
to
at
this
the moment.
position,
That's a good way to put it.
pushing north, they're gonna be able to get an SPG packed on the runway to try and take anything that's gonna try and take off.
Oh, absolutely. Actually, let's see.
Because that's the
That one was-
larger of the two airports. They can't take anything off of that cross-section runway.
So I want to see where they decide to attack, so I can start garrisoning up that
Mark it over the
position.
Ukrainian side.
You see OW1?
Yep.
But I put some AI
It's not
down
the
to
right size, mate.
have them see if anything's desyncing like that.
It's not
Some
the
of them
best
are
size,
dressing
however.
up as CBRN dudes.
They need as,
Here's what we
I'd
want.
rather not have people.
They're supposed to be dressed up as
They're
insurgents.
smaller,
These are
condensed
some
force, and they
really
need to be able to
well-armed
have
looking
some staying power.
insurgents.
So I
A
think
freaking
condensing them
TMS scope
into,
on a
like,
car
ranging
98.
each other would be better than everything.
That's fine, but you're gonna need to then park a team there.
Right, okay. So, twos. You there?
Yeah.
Right, so you see the airport northwest.
Yep.
Don't
You see that southwestern point by that crossroad?
Yep.
You guys are going to breach in there, and you're going to secure that, park a few guys there with a AT, AA, whatever.
They're gonna go
and
for
stop
that.
any people
Alright.
taking off, because
Let's,
you'll have
let's
to
give 'em a warm
section of the
welcome,
runway and
shall
all the
we?
way down one of the runways.
Copy.
So, once you've taken there, try and push your guys north to that radio station, because that's going to bring a lot of attention your way. Once you start feeling like you can't hold it much longer, pull back the same way.
Alright.
Okay.
Cool. I'll get that relayed to the other teams which aren't here currently.
We'll put that through net when we're ready for you to move. So,
Alright.
sort of like one junction out. Say, I'll mark a position on global for you.
Are they good?
How do I want to do
Are
this?
the T's good?
T2 stage, do you see it?
Yep.
That way you're in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, then you push down, reaching hard,
Oh, I see it.
and you can use the bridge itself as cover if you need to.
Copy. We'll be coming down a hill from that area. If we can come up through the MSR, we're gonna have defilade.
It's up to you how you do it. I'm only
Just find a
suggesting.
solution.
Copy.
Right.
I'll try to leave the bumblefucks. Tier 3s, that is.
I'm one of the leads, so
Well,
we're gonna have to dig
as-
the people
Yeah,
in half.
yeah, I know.
As
But I can
actually-
lead the other squad.
With your permission, I would like to set up small team on OP1 with AA.
I'm,
and whatever.
I'm with you for comms of ruling.
Yeah, but we can set up. We could put a 4-man team there. Shut down reinforcements from 1, as well as provide more rifle support, because that's the ideal range for it.
Right, get Iceberg, me, you, and I think Barbarian, he's also rocking a long gun.
I think we're all kind of rocking
get 'em.
like 417s.
I mean, I can carry around a I literally have. I don't
It's a
have a
giant
backpack.
ass. There's a giant ass fob in the middle of at the northern end of that area that we need to take out. We need to secure the checkpoint to prevent vehicles from escaping, and then we need to take the 3 vehicles. We need as many people that can get in there as possible. We only need 4 people on the long guns. Right.
It sounds like there's an aircraft going
Just so
off,
you know,
but
we're gonna have to put a infill
Don't
point
have
for
anything
Room
on.
4. We don't have vehicles, except for literally an SDG technical and 1 HMG technical.
4 and 12 is a good split.
What's up, bro?
Assault and Overwatch.
Ice, go get Danny for me. Danny and Nemesis.
Danny,
That's not how that works.
Summoning spell, but his rank isn't high enough.
I'm gonna shoot him.
Go for it.
Right, Danny. Way that I'm seeing it,
Wobbly boy.
gonna need as many people to get their asses inside that track as best we can. I'm getting 4 guys set up. I think it's OP1 that Ruling said.
OP1.
Yeah, but we're gonna need as many people in interior on the compound as we can.
I have thick guns.
I'm probably gonna swap out to grab anti-air if I'm going to an OP point. That'll be more useful.
I've got a T-3.
Yeah.
Pretty useful.
So I just need
Ah, God, I caught
interior.
corona.
We only
Oh,
need
no.
4 for eyes and ears outside, which is gonna be me, Barb, Ruling, and Ice. Barb might need to switch out from a Bolty to MG or something. Just because semi-automatic 760 is going to be better than that.
If we have 4 people on top, if we have 4 people on top, we can have 2 MGs, 1 AA, and then the other guys running ammo for the MG.
Rulings. Someone's gonna need to help carry ammo for me as well.
Where are you?
Put in your vid. Their squad leaders.
Right, I just.
I'm Bravo squad lead.
Danny, you've got.
You're fine.
By the way,
Danny.
you with the P90, you know that's semi-auto only, right? Wait, no,
At least
that's
I'm acting squad lead.
That's an
Wobbly boy.
No, it looked like a P90.
Hey,
Yeah,
listen
I'm
up.
gonna go
You're
swap
not needed for
for
free.
anti-air
Away.
real quick.
What are they on?
Not needed for brief, seriously.
Twos, I've given you marching orders. Go and sort
I'm not
yourself
gonna lie,
out.
this
Fuck
map
off
would
now.
actually be a good map for like a World War III
What spot are
fight,
you
but
looking at for- so-
You
I'm just really worried about the
I'm
frames.
SPG technical lead.
As
Aren't you alone?
Start packing a vehicle.
No.
Yeah, get on.
Are you no
Go
longer
with
alone?
I'm
Ruling.
gonna
No,
grab
Sending
Ice,
Goat
Barb,
Team
go
6
with Ruling.
now.
FR
Hello,
Patriot.
France, good lucky
Right.
with the bad AI.
you're on.
2 people to
Hey
fucking
Patriot,
step
how's
up,
your
okay?
internet today? Because our servers are based in France and they've been having some really weird issues. I'm just curious if everything's alright there. But nonetheless, man, thanks so much for your support over the past 16 months. I hope you keep enjoying the ops and I hope you're getting a kick out of
Yeah,
this.
there's a large fucking fob with artillery in there that needs disabling. There's 3 CSAT camo vehicles that we need to get out, and there's a checkpoint outside by the road to the northeast.
Disabling means destroying, so I need C4.
You need to destroy the artillery, capture and bring back the 3 CSAT camo vehicles.
There are
take out
3,
the
right?
checkpoint
That
so we can get out of
one,
there, and then we push to either
that
Alpha
one, and
Bravo,
that one. Yeah,
Alpha,
okay, I
or
did do
Charlie,
3.
okay? Whichever
Just
one's
making
easier.
sure.
You can take care of demo.
Right.
My internet's so bad right now,
CCC,
sadly.
Do you want to lead us?
It sucks, Aaron. You had the same color as Patriot, so I got confused.
Right, you're on.
Okay.
But you're far from Paris. Alright, that's
okay?
fair.
I'll join FOB.
Right. Outcast.
It's
I'll
on
take Scully. I guess.
So,
No.
you're fucking fob and artillery. Outcast, you're big securing assets. Okay?
Hey, you still there?
Oh, I said I can take demo.
Laser.
I will take the demo.
Laser.
You take the demo? Okay,
Yeah.
what am I doing?
You're securing the checkpoint and then pushing into secure the
No,
vehicles
it's just
and get
leave.
them out of there, okay?
Secure the checkpoint, push into the vehicles.
Finn, 5 people, outcast remaining.
Why am I don't want to be
Okay, hurry
You
up.
said
We're gonna
that
be
you
late
could
for
take
the
Emma,
airsoft
dude.
match.
You just volunteered. Congratulations.
said I can take demo.
Grab a radio, you're good as is.
Well,
part
Misty,
of
lead on that one,
Demo, do you not understand?
I just said I'll join.
Jam or 156.
then. Right, let's fucking join on him then.
Yeah. Lipsky, join! Fucking Christ.
Okay.
Choose the frequency, Finn.
Outcast lead the fucking.
I'm gonna say,
what's our-
I can trust you with
Already
that.
have 5. 2, 3.
Well, I didn't actually get the brief itself, so
What is
have
they?
fun with me not
1, 2,
knowing
3.
anything.
There's 3
1, 2, 3,
CSAT
okay.
camo vehicles at fucking
4,
in
5,
that
6,
little raceway area.
5.
They need to be
Yeah.
brought
Ожидаю
back to the
указаний.
guard.
Very check.
I'm gonna go check.
I'm gonna go
Take the fix and then get the arm.
I'm MG, I
Let's
guess
go over
that's
here
fine.
so I don't have to listen to a whole bunch of people being retarded.
Alright, I need someone to be
Lost
red
my
team me, and Darus go red team.
A little bit out of the way, mate, but.
Well, I mean, considering the fact everything's on yellow, so
Right.
What the helmets and
That's
clothes and that shit, none of that matters. It's only guns.
3 CSAT vehicles,
Whatever they
CSAT
say
camo
afterwards, I don't
vehicles.
give a shit.
Yeah. All 3 of them need to be getting out. There's a checkpoint on the northeast side guarding it that we need to take out to get the vehicles out of there.
My concern is the frames.
Push them out, get them to an RP, make sure that you don't have a
With RP, so one of the green markers.
Yes.
Let's go.
And then store them in there.
Okay.
And then
Are we syncing any attacks?
Paintball
I don't know what
in
color
his
the van
shit
is.
always
I'd
use
make
bad
a call for
textures.
it.
As you copy on 50.
1 sec.
Because I'm thinking basically I'm just gonna grab guys and we're gonna nuke the checkpoint.
Yeah. Me, her, Barb, Ice, and Ruling will coordinate everything.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll have the team ready to go attack the checkpoint, but I'm having them take as many heavy ordnance stuff as they can, and then as soon as that checkpoint is clear, we're dropping everything.
Yes. Do it that way. Get it done.
Well, who else do I get?
Anyone that's in your shack attack right now. Yeah, Danny.
And back in black, Zope, automatic, Andruza, and Skelly, you're all with me. You're already in my group. So done. Zope, Andruza, and automatic go red, back in black, Skelly, and Nim go blue. Our short range frequency is going to be 60.5.
Sorry, I'm just designing everything right now.
Everybody grab some form of high explosive. We're going to be assaulting the checkpoint. Basically, we're just going to level that checkpoint as fast as we possibly can. We're going to push and secure the 3 extract vehicles.
Man, some of these guys really like to be wobbly boys.
Hi, this is 3 lead.
Grab basically as many
Send message.
high explosive things as you can that can
Yes, are any of the Vics that you can provide us with due to the volumetric?
For the gorillas, yes. For you, no.
And we only have those 2 SPG techies.
You have an SPG and a 7.62 LMG, but again, those are for the gorillas, not you.
So we're walking?
So we're hoofing.
Well, yes. Like I said in the beginning, it's supposed to be they do their attack first, and then, you know, that's the distraction. That's kind of why it's all timed this way.
Hey, firm, that's not a problem. We'll make do.
He's doing an AI test. Right, guys, got 2 mics to fucking wrap it up.
I've got 12
Ожидаю ваших приказов. Что прикажет?
Gonna need knots? Yes, no?
It's 9 AM.
3s, do you want me to switch the time at all, or is this time good for you?
It's alright, it was okay.
Can you put it, just like at dawn or some shit like that? Like, give me some light leading into daytime?
A-firm, standby. Are the gorillas on net so they know I'm about to switch time? Because they're already driving. I don't want to get them killed.
Alpha 12 is on net.
Yeah, can you tell the Vix to, like, stop so I don't, you know, when I black screen them, they won't crash into something?
6-2 check.
We're 5 miles.
6-2.
Outcast checking in on 50.
Cast, automatic just died.
Kelly, Zope, go red.
162.
Check 50.
Good check. Time has been set.
Fin on 50.
6-2.
Right, my personal net for fucking Overwatch is 76 tags.
60 check.
Can't get in touch with me on 50. I'm on.
Oh, so was that 6-2?
Okay.
Cool. Big Duncan, did you join SBG technical team?
Jeez, a lot of 3s showed up for this one. Hot damn.
Front.
Okay, cool. Join on me.
My team's set and ready. We lost 2, but we're good.
We've got all the anti fucking
Whew. Let's see how this goes.
Got a total of 5.
This is a test on timing.
fucking barn.
So we'll see how things goes. But what's up, guys? Wee Woo here. Let me just tab out real quick, make sure our music is on loop cool. Playing some general ambient music here. I'll put the volume up on that. Servers are just a mess today.
Gorillas are at the staging point waiting for your command.
It's been a crazy network day. I am going to adjust my frames as best I can here.
2s, this is fucking 3 actual. You're gonna have to wait by for like 20 minutes or so for us to get on track because we're hooping it.
We're not gonna have room for everybody to get back, so no.
Are we actually gonna walk there?
We're supposed to walk apparently.
3s, we're gonna have to hoof it on foot. We don't get Vicks on this one, so try and keep it wide.
That's fine. Vicks for you.
Expect there to be overwatch points on overpasses and that kind of crap, so just a heads up.
2 actuals. Have you guys encountered any signs of patrols or anything like that on your ingress route?
Negative. We do not see any patrols on our route.
Very firm.
God,
Finn, Outcast, you guys are both brief all teams, right? What you doing?
Yeah, I briefed my team. We're assaulting the checkpoint. We're just gonna basically make that checkpoint blow up.
3s, this is high. Put 2 vans on the MSR to your left. Just get it done.
Understood, thanks. Finn, Outcast, you heard it.
They've already done the mistiming
My team will take the first van.
by letting the guerrillas go out. Because what it's supposed to be is while
taking
they're walking, these guys go and start the op. But if they're gonna,
you'll drop us off. Finn, you'll take
I've got
one by
timers set,
yourself.
so whatever happens, happens. It's gonna take me 10 minutes to mobilize QRF from a airport.
Where am I dropping your team off at?
But if they see gunfire down there, they're gonna radio to me, and then I'll push them to there, and I'll mobilize
where am I
second
dropping your team
QRF
off
very
at?
quickly. So we'll see how things go. Anyway, to define the op guys, Blue 4 are NATO Special Forces. Green 4 are guerrilla forces associated with NATO. And they are basically trying to complete one objective. Blue 4 is trying to steal this Vic, that Vic, and that Vic, and bring them to any of the Green 4 positions where they can stash them in a barn or a building or whatever, and that is mission success. Green 4 are doing whatever Blue 4 tell them to do because they are QRF. We still have people jumping in, but I announced that we're doing the mission a little early because how the other mission fell through. So it looks like there's a vehicle driving back to pick up some of these guys. Yep.
Okay, fine.
I mean, if Blue 4 attacks first, I'm going to send the QRF there first. Because this is an objective that Blue 4... It looks big, but the actuality of where the AO is there's not that much that they have to worry about. The issue, though, is the frames.
3 actual to other 3 call signs. Fucking eyes are gonna go get some.
Main J Hadev.
Two actual, this is 3 actual.
Send it.
We're going to be on station within about 5 mics. Hold fast.
Hey, firm.
So we have a team that's deployed down here. They're getting up here to basically get some elevation.
Fuck. Where the hell am I?
Down to 15.
Ben, you on station? Let me know when you guys are about 500 out from your area. We're going to try and get eyes on, and we're going to try and mark up as
I know
best we
those
can
can
to give you the
cause
best intel
a
we can
few
possibly
things
give
in
you.
frames, but...
If Outcast do the same, please.
Copy, we'll report 1500
This is
out
really
from
just
our
map
objective.
lag more than anything.
Outcast team is 500 away from the checkpoint.
Dave, hold fast.
You gotta love Andrew's internet connection, man. That's the best. It's just crazy. Everyone else is fine. Is PB success done? Yes. Yes, I'm done with PB success. I was thinking I'd have another mission, but for what I want to do with it, it's gonna be like nigh impossible to get that done. Is this Requiem? Requiem of what? You mean the music? No, the music is Skyrim music, because it's soothing. Helps keep me calm when everything is getting oofed to high hell. How'd I end up there? Hey, be quick about it. Tell me when you want to TP, and I'll just TP you up to the front line. Because I don't think anyone's coming back, because there's no... I don't think there's going to be reinserts.
Alright.
But you might want to be quick about it, because I think they're going to have things start off.
I'll just load this one.
Outcast.
Send traffic.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm glad that you brought all that
Since we're
18 because I'm
independent, do we
looking
use
at
the
3
148 or
BMPs
the
right
1
next to the objective VIX.
Say that again, sorry.
I'm seeing 3 BMP2s next to the objective VIX.
I mean, I have a marker down for them. Laser, do you want to be TP'd?
Gaz is exiting the checkpoint, heading northeast.
When I'm done, please, because I just went in and I like everything was wrong.
Mac, you good?
Do we need the 148 or the 152?
It is now moving northwest.
I don't know. That was up to them to set up. I went to a corner.
Okay,
I think it was a gem for green 4, but I could be wrong. Laser, do you need a TP?
in case, I'm gonna take both.
Ready.
Okay.
Ben. I've not got eyes on anything in that fob, mate. I'm blind on that side.
Okay, I'm ready as well.
Who's me?
I'm blind.
There you go!
Fob, that's your area. I've seen a lot of vehicles inside the main carousel. Lots of BMPs and shit like that. Yep, can't see anything over there. 2s, this is 3
Signature
actual.
timeout immediately. I love it.
2s, this is 3 actual.
Send it.
When you feel that you're in a position of strength, begin on your assault. I need you to hold on for.
Alright, guys, we gotta wrap it up like 1 minute, because they're about to assault. When it starts, I gotta focus on the objectives instead of TPing people.
Like half an hour,
So you got like 30 minutes, or excuse me, 30 seconds. I mean, so we're on server 2 right now. It's been more stable, so I think my server is just oof to high hell, but...
Automatic to Outcast, please.
Automatic to Outcast.
Marked up 2 times locations of objective bits, no eyes on 3rd.
Automatic, you might want to go prone for this one.
Self copy.
Make sure you're prone. These Chads. I give them a full arsenal, tell them to be gorillas, and they just... What is this? This is just a group of something. Like, everyone went on vacation, went, hey guys, what if we got the true Chad experience? And decided to join a rebellion. That's what I'm looking at, just a bunch of... This is what the U.S. rebellion is gonna look like.
Finn,
when everyone finally gets fed up with the two-party system. Something stupid like that. Andrewsa, now or never. Andrewsa.
If we're just moving in a pause.
Andrewsa. Come on, Andrewsa, push that hamster just a little more to give you a few packets, buddy. Come on. You can do it.
Sorry, send that again. Lots of communication going on over here.
I may have to shuffle my guys around towards your side. We've got
what do you want, Andrewsa?
long-range support, so we're gonna have to help you guys out.
Okay, go prone, because he's next to bad people.
We believe that this Gaz over here is part of a patrol that goes inside the compound.
Two actual, this is threes.
Alright, Laser, load that kit. You're desyncing all over the place, but no one else is.
Two actual, this is three.
Yep, just you, buddy.
Yes, send it.
Have you guys begun?
Not currently. We're still moving up to get eyes on the checkpoint from our initial stage move.
Yeah, if you're getting screwed, man, like we can try again, sure, but it's up to you.
Hey, friend.
Just try it. Worst comes to worst, you just get kicked out when I teleport you because your internet's...
Eating up my process.
Well, no, we need to teleport you now because they're about to start the attack and I'll have to, like, teleport out of here. So you have, like, literally 10 seconds.
Shit, my frames are 2. I might not make it in time.
You have 10 seconds. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 9. See, your internet's desyncing so bad that it's screwing with the laws of time on my server. 10. 8. 7. 7. 7. Are you ready for TP?
Almost. I just need to grab my radio.
7. 7. 7. 8. 4. 3. You ready?
Yep.
Okay. Watch this, it's still gonna kick you off. Anyway, bye!
I need you to begin now, mate.
Alright.
It just turns around like, what? I'm waiting to see the signature timeout.
Powercast, keep eyes on that BTR 88, that'll be on your left flank when you hit the checkpoint.
Copy.
Finn.
Yeah? Did you hear that?
Take out the BRDMs first, because the BM21s will be the minimum engagement distance.
Taking out the BRDM first because of their fucking...
Yep.
Okay.
I'll let you know when to execute. Twos, are you guys assaulting yet?
Just about.
Or do you just start kicking up a real force?
Yes, that he had a scar with American flag painted on it. That's part of RHS. Just some really well-armed insurgents, I guess, but whatever. I knew they were gonna meme it, but again, trying to let them have fun.
Finn. Finn.
If you want to start shooting now, go ahead. We're just gonna go straight in there and just shoot him.
Okay.
Probably gonna die though, so... Yeah.
Seeing a ZSU 23 and a fucking BTR 80 on that left side, on the
Okay,
eastern side of
engage.
the compound.
SPG, everyone engage.
Yes, we have BTI
10 minutes.
and Shinkai
T2 is
here.
engaging. Sorry, that wrong net. I said on.
You want to take it?
Did you just say engage?
No, are you able to take it if needed?
Let me check. Mirror when we have the time, if you want to switch to long range to me, go ahead.
I have a van coming up. If they begin shooting, I need to listen here, because if I get 2 orders, I can go, okay, I need QRF Team 1 to go here, QRF Team 2 to go there.
If I'm letting to get a little bit of aggro their way, then I'll start sending us in.
So I got a little hill right there. I'm gonna be deleting bodies as they come.
Yeah, we are able to kill the hard targets.
It's just very framey because this map is very framey. Gonna go get that MI-28 armed. So they took out that tower.
Right, all 3 teams clear for engagement.
And they cleared the 3s a minute after.
Are we engaging?
Yes.
Outcast team is engaged.
PTR active. PTR 88. PTR 88 destroyed. It's fucking dying.
Let's get rid of that stuff down there.
This is Roscoe. We got an MI-24 lifting up to the north.
As Zariah came down here, he got shot.
SPG, please.
Hey, this is Danny's team. We need AT shifting west. There's a BTR 80A at that cord bunker mark, and we can't knock it out.
South copy, checkpoint team is pushing in.
This T2 to T3.
Go for T3.
Hind just went by us heading south, possibly to your direction.
Hey, firm. We'll expect it. How goes your attack? Outcast team, there's a BTR 80 out, or Finn, there's a BTR 80A south of the fob.
This hunter is still active. We have nothing to kill.
They're still able to kill stuff, thankfully, so... It's not super duper bad. That Hind is now playing chicken with them. I'll send reinforcements. I'm gonna send QRF to both locations.
Pass it on.
Outcast, Finn, how are you guys doing?
We're doing well. We're just waiting on one straggler right now.
Pass it on. We
Hey,
have
we got Az is down and pinned. There's a BTR 80A that's keeping us from pushing.
Finn, what did you want?
checkpoint. We've
T-2 to T-3, we have cleared the first checkpoint.
Oh, they got the Vic stuck and they just took a rocket. Uh-oh. Jesus. Yep, so they got that one stuck. There was a rage quit disconnect there.
They just destroyed our van, I think. Either that or the SPG.
So T3s to T2s?
Send it.
How long ago did that MI-24 take off? Because we still haven't seen it yet, so it might be circling back.
Yeah, it's circling us right now. Sorry to not going back in. We're taking heavy contact.
I don't think we're going to be able to deal with this. We're going to have to leave.
ADA is down.
There's another ADA on the west that's still active. We have to completely pull back, and Az is still stuck back there.
Solid copy, be advised we're dealing with a Dishka cord over by the BTR ADA we just took out on the east.
This T2 to the other T2 squad, we're pulling back and then re-engaging from different location.
Confirm 2s, you're pulling back and re-engaging.
We're behind. We have nothing to kill it with. I think we're just going to leave.
I did say to the 3s, you can tell the guerrillas to take whatever they want. If that wasn't translated, oh well. So I'm gonna respawn the Vixen here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we lost the SPG techie.
Hey, that's an A-frame. We did lose the SPG techie.
Finn, how are you getting?
We are fucked. Miro have died and Nemesis is down.
Anybody you guys by that?
So only 3 effective and we are pinned down.
Hey, I don't think any of our guys got hit by it. We're moving northwest.
I still have some time before I bring out my QRF.
At least one encounter from the SPG, the other one disconnected.
Outcast, have you guys marked your paws?
We have CTAP up right now. We're currently on the north side of the actual racetrack right now, pushing towards the BTR that's been pinning the rest of the teams down.
Hey, firm, we are just across the roadway due south of you. We'll try to regroup with you.
He ran and got in the turret.
Shots. We got guys directly to our southeast inside the bowl and pushing up towards us. We need support on them with long-range rifles if you got them.
Alpha, if you reach, just run, get out of here.
Be careful, BTR is looking towards you. I think it's the one to the west.
Copy, did you say it's coming towards us from the road?
Dropped a fab on him.
Hey, ruling.
Good call right there. Blowing that up. Oh god, and now that's gonna fire back. Karn just got annihilated.
There's still one more BTR interior of the racetrack itself, the far west side.
And you're seeing some disconnects from people that have died. So I'm just gonna send a ratio of 1 to 1 here. So the 3s, basically what they did was they completely spread their forces out, encircled this objective, and then,
you across the racetrack,
like, you know, divided their forces and got screwed on all sides. What they should have done is they should have started with the checkpoint, moved in, and engaged things one at a time with their full force. It would have been a lot better for them. So once again, they did a force split, and it's...
Okay, I need to know this exact position of the BTR, because apparently there's like
marked on
4 of them.
Really messed them up.
Next to the cord bunker mark. Sorry, southwest side of the place.
So it's been 10 minutes. I'm gonna send my
So
QRF.
the one that I've been talking about the entire time.
Would you like me to change its color? It might make it appear better. Like,
Yeah, please do.
hey, firm. It is now red on map.
Yeah, that's the one I've been talking about, but apparently we're all talking about different ones.
Hey, firm. Well, there's still another one down there, so.
So I'm gonna have these squads deploy.
Disregard blue and red smoke.
So they have some guys that have completely pulled back on a Ural. We've got others that are still attacking.
You guys good?
I'm gonna have that thing pull further back into the base. Again, my attention is really sticking with the guerrillas because this is a more important objective. But I am going to get a pilot now. Trying to delete everything that's unnecessary. Gonna go get him in a frog foot. These guys got blown up by the Mi-24. I mean, I do have AA right here if they want to use that to take them out.
Mi-8 flying northwest.
We're engaging.
Did that just go into the ground? Nope, they got it. Okay, cool. So they got that one that was being reinforcements, providing QRF up to the airfield. And there's still that BTR-88 shooting at him. These guys are moving to these vehicles down here. Now all of the ammo is actually out of these Vics. They're meant to do R&R right there. And you have these guys getting shot by that 80 Alpha. So I'll go ahead, delete that.
Yep. Be advised, we're crewing a tank, T-80 tank, to take out this BTR. Apparently there's no ammo.
Well, if you're able to ram, or I wouldn't recommend ramming, but somehow kill that BTR.
Yeah, don't use the objective vehicle to take out BTR.
Yep, so BTR-80 Alpha is firing at some of these Vics that they're trying to pull out quickly. She's taking some damage. And then we still have, this large group back at base here. Another few minutes, I'll be signing up some more QRF. That pilot still hasn't made it.
Finn, how are you guys getting on?
It's because he's stuck in that building.
Finn, my team is in the racetrack now.
Oh, he's over there, so I'm going to boop him up a bit.
BTR-80A is destroyed. We are rearming all of these vehicles at a rearm point.
3s to 2s.
3s to 2s. Twos, are you still good?
So Mi-24 is driven back. Something just blew up right there. They've taken the BMP-2 and are using its autocannon. That's very smart. We still have this Vic right here. They should use that to essentially shoot down this helicopter. Nice.
have all the objectives in, we are going to load up, rearm, and get the heck out.
Right, can we tag a ride?
GSU in there.
I just deleted that Vic.
There's
so it's
ZSU
audio.
in the airfield.
An actual ZSU Shilka or a fucking static?
I don't have eyes right now.
Hey, Outcast, are you guys taking that MRAP one too?
We're taking all of the CSAT vehicles.
Okay, we don't need to rearm it, we just need to get the fuck out of here now.
We believe it's an actual ZSU.
Copy, I'm gonna try to kill it.
Little desync spike right there.
Alright, convoy spacing at minimum 20 meters. There's one friendly
Yeah, I have an
gas
audio
inside the
glitch from
convoy
deleting that
that's likely to
MIA.
take lead.
There's 2 friendly gases.
T-140 hold, let the gas take lead.
Yeah, Shilka is down.
Be advised, the reason why we were rearming is so we can defend ourselves as we leave.
Yeah, no, that's great. I picked up on that.
Be advised, convoy is stepping off, heading towards checkpoint.
Remember, we need to scatter the vehicles at different green points, so it'd probably be best not to take them all to the same one. Suggest you take the tank to the one we started from, and then the other RPs are marked on map.
Solid copy.
Fix, don't stop, drive.
Right, tank, head to RP Bravo. The fucking CSAT MRAP, go to RP Alpha. The last dude, head to RP Charlie. We have to
Iceberg,
scatter.
this is a little late for you to be saying this now. I've already told my guys where they're going.
Okay. As long as you guys scatter, that's all that really fucking matters.
T3 trying to check in again. Does anyone read?
Say again?
I'm trying to reach the T2s. Any T2s that read on this net?
Just T2s in.
We are pulling out now. Keep them engaging for a minute and then pull back.
Okay.
Right, are all of the vehicles going to the same place or something?
No, they're not all going to the same place. They shouldn't be.
Oh, they're all following you. I'm turning around and going back where we came from.
Wait one.
We'll see if he tries to take off.
Outcast, we from you and the guy has his. We'll try to withdraw fire.
Alright, let's make this a little tense.
Готов. Жду приказов.
Empty, apply.
Все ясно? Вас понял. Понял вас. Уже в пути.
You're in artillery now, launching. They blew up the bear.
T2s, we have cleared the encampment. Trying to pull back from the engagement area and make our way back to HQ.
Get in the MI-24 headed northwest.
Hines in the air, coming from the south. Hinds are about to cross the airways from the south and northwest. T2s, you're going to want to be pulling out of there now.
We are currently pulling out right now.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have one double back, and I'm gonna have these kinda.
Yeah, we're getting out of there.
Contact copy.
This is Bravo, that's out. Get the fucking GIDA.
Вас понял. Вас понял. Все ясно? Все ясно?
Meanwhile, you have some of these guys pulling out. Looks like they were able to get all their medics set. And I think these guys just fired mortars up there.
2 of the Vics have arrived at that point. I'm currently in the final Vic that is going to be arriving at the final mic in approximately 3 mics. I just saw guys cross a freeway bridge.
Never, that's us.
We are about 100 meters behind
Do
you.
I have another airport? I do. No. I want one of these bad boys.
Ожидаю указаний. Ожидаю ваших приказов.
Because now we're gonna play cleaning house.
Pull back, not if you want to.
Yeah, everyone's T2s are all pulling back right now.
Actually, hold up. We'll
Roger that.
Все ясно.
give them a bit of a chance. But they need to go.
Be advised, all 3 objective vehicles are secure.
She just fired back.
Yeah?
We're back at base now. Free to RTB.
Copy that, we heard that already.
Say
T2s all objective.
By the way, to be effective, we got our fucking objective done.
Alpha, copy.
Are you looking for T2 Alpha?
This is Bravo. You're Bravo, the one that's been with you.
Yeah, T2, I was
Are
just
you
letting you know
guys
that
good
you
or what?
extract fully.
We are good, we're pulling out.
Copy, there's still that fucking eye. I am to your east, I believe.
Hey, Ben, we're pulling southwest.
Team 6. I think they're taking fire from that Vic.
Paper.
Oh dear. Well, That happened. Mod gave Az a sub. Nice. Hope everyone had their motor burner satisfied with that, because the Russians, I guess, just finally had enough. Hot damn.
Hot Command, this is 3s. How copy?
This is high sun traffic.
What are the further orders for 3s? All 3 objective vehicles have been secured.
Roger. Your objective's done. Green Force trying to pull out, but they were a bit late, and I think they're getting eaten up by Mi-24s.
Solid copy. So you don't have any further objectives for 3s?
Negative. You can disconnect. We'll
I have
be
followed
indexed
3X
momentarily.
longer than I have subbed. Keep the operations operating, Liru, while the goat people in chat ask for people. No offense.
Righto, him and Kill. Thanks for the 6-month resub. I hope you keep enjoying the ops, my friend, and I hope you're getting a kick out of this. So yeah, some of the helicopters are waving off, but you still have these 20. That's a 24. And you still have this 28. I think this is one of the 28s. Yeah, so one of the 28s waved off. Some of them are literally running back into the AO. They need to get in a building and hide. Nope, 28 decided to wave off. I'm gonna have him wave off as well, because there's nothing he can... He doesn't have any gun pod to engage him unless he does a rocket strike, but I think we've beaten these guys up for the most part.
Break.
Shush.
Alright, so I based index off of when the Mi-28s would wave off of the guerrilla forces, and both did, and the only thing that was still circling was a 24, so I just told that to wave off because it didn't have any rockets left since it used them in most of the runs. Overall, first off, I meant for that to be, you know, guerrillas started off so that QRF goes to them first. That way, you know, then the second attack starts, but my priority is obviously an airfield or something. Both attacks started within a minute of each other, so I just sent QRF to both places at the same time. Still, Blue 4 forces, they divided into multiple small groups and decided to hit every area of that objective. I think that was a bit of a mistake, because I had fortifications on every angle. In the terms of autocannons and defensive emplacements. But you guys had the manpower to split your force, because I think this has been, the op with the most Tier 3 and above attendance I've seen in quite a while. So it worked for you in this case, because you had the numbers for it. Guerrillas, they made their foothold. I messed them up a little bit. I was hoping they were told to bring AA, and apparently they didn't, so they had fun improvising. Half of them fell back, the other half kept going, and still it kept the momentum going on that side attack for me to send more of my stuff to the airfield than, you know, the vehicle depot. So it still worked out at the end of the day. Threes completed their objective. I tried to spook them with some Mi-24s flying overhead. None of them caught aggro. And then a few minutes later, the Mi-28 showed up. This was within 25 to 30 minutes after, you know, first contact. So it felt realistic for me in terms of QRF. And yeah, a lot of guerrillas got wiped because they were very slow to pull out because, again, threes had already pulled out. They already were docked and they were just chilling at base. So I just, you know, brought more stuff. But anyway, Holy Light asking why would the guerrillas have AA? Well, I mean, the CIA have provided stingers to a lot of different factions in the past, such as the Mujahideen and others, so I was going for something there as well. But again, the threes decided what you guys got. So I was kind of surprised that the threes didn't. I don't know about that communication because I wasn't there, but
when that list was compiled, we didn't know the ins and outs fully as to what the objective or the lay of the land
that's
were.
fair.
That list, where it was complete, it wasn't exhaustive. There should have been a little bit of foresight in some questioning about the equipment that you had. If you're going to an airfield, why wouldn't you take AA in case anything does get off the tarmac or the runway or whatever?
That's fair. I mean, it's just, you know, like, I told the threes they're allowed to tell you guys, the guerrillas, what they can bring, and I didn't, like, I just said do guerrilla, but, you know, in my mind, guerrillas, they have been given, you know, AA in the past, so I guess I should make that more clear, but even so, I did have someone shot a BMP-2, forced it to dismount, and then used its autocannon to kill aircraft. There were 2 Igla chairs in the second compound you guys assaulted that you could have utilized as well. And even then, people were doing a really good job of RPGing vehicles that were about to take off. So I had a Black Shark about to take off. You guys AT'd that. I had an Mi-28 I had a pair of pilots running to, and you guys took that out. So even so, you guys did a very good job hitting my assets as I was trying to get them up in the air. So, very well done nonetheless. And then threes, you got fucked in the beginning. You bounced back, you took the stuff, and you ran. I had a little curveball there because I had those vehicles. None of them had ammo, but I had a little ammo position at the little service marker, and you guys found that, rearmed everything, and then pulled out. It's because I was, you know, I thought, why would they have the ammo stored in the VIX? Because they weren't meant to be combat ready. It was meant for more like long-term storage. But, you know, just me doing research, and I read that they don't have them loaded with stuff when they're in storage. So, whatever, trying to give you a curveball. You worked with it. Objective was still done. A third of the guerrilla force survived. So, all good. Hope you guys had fun. The mortar barrage was really good. You guys hit one of the bear. Actually, you hit the bear at that airbase and, like, blew up a third of it by proxy when it cooked off. So, all good. And then I know Yanni got mortared at the end because he went uphill next to a fob that had 2 mortars on it, so I think they just dunked his butt, so shit happens. Threes, debrief, go ahead.
So, for me, I took lead of this situation because it's been evident to me as of late that I am taking a lot more leadership roles than what I'm meant to be doing. I do have this expectation of people within 3, within 4 if needed, take the responsibility and step up, but that wasn't happening today, and that needs to be addressed. I'll put a paste bin for further debrief on that topic in the Tier 3 chat so they can read at their leisure. The plan that I made for the Tier 2s was a pretty solid one in terms of hitting one end of the runway and sticking on that one end, because you're closest to the cross-section, meaning that you can actually engage both of the runways if anything tried taking off, that you didn't have a blind spot. And you guys did phenomenally in making sure that barely anything left. Pulling out wise, after I died, I was watching the stream. You guys could have been a little bit faster in pulling out. About 20 minutes earlier than what you did. We called that all 3 objective picks were out of the AO. As soon as we say all 3 are out, we don't even have to say they're secured. We can just say, yeah, we're in transit to get these to like the hidey holes. You should be then saying, okay, pull back, mount up, we're going. One thing that the community kind of needs to improve on entirely really is snatch and grabs. Knowing when to disengage from a contact. It's not a case, it's like in an exam when you're writing your answer and they say, okay, pen's down. They don't let you finish your answer. Very similar to how you would finish your firefight. They say, okay, stop what you're doing, do this now. And that's what the community needs to get a little bit better at, in my personal opinion. For the free side of it, the plan that I made wasn't the best. In hindsight, reflecting on it, I really split us up, which is something that I've been screaming from the top of my lungs as to not do, but I did it anyway this time, and this one blew up in my face. So for the shortcomings on that one, I'll take responsibility. I shouldn't have put us in that position to begin with. Ultimately, you guys were able to complete the objective. Unfortunately, I died early on, so I don't know what happened or what was entailing of it. But to get through my blunders, you guys have done well to get shit done, so be proud of that.
One thing real quick, to the 3s, this was one of my 2 ideas I had for having you guys work with a larger force, be part of a larger scenario. So if you liked it, feel free to let me know in Tier 3 chat. If not, we can do the other idea next week where I just have AI instead and you're just, a small detachment in there. But, this is your slot, so let me know what, you guys want to play with it. Anyway, anyone else in Tier 3 want to speak on their role?
Yeah, I just want to step up
Yeah, go ahead.
a little bit. I'm going to say, I think Force wasn't too bad. I think it could have worked. The issue was, I was the one that had the original idea for splitting, having an Overwatch team. I didn't realize how high the trees were on that map. My bad, my positions weren't nearly as good. But I think it could have still worked. The main issue was we just weren't prepared in our team. We didn't have no AA, and that removed any flexibility we could have had. Or we didn't have AT. Because if we had AT, we could have easily pushed up the track, killed that one BTR, and then very easily regrouped with the other team, instead of having to spend the op kind of circling around.
Yeah, we kitted up. Sorry, we kitted up for a big garrison in that depot, but yeah, we should have prepared more for taking care of armor and Vix.
I would also like to say something when you're done.
Yeah, I was going to say the beginning was definitely rough. I think a bit of communication fell through after, as I know people on my team, we were a little slow to pick back up. At least I was. But as it went on,
I will say, I know now my server is fucked, so...
And I think the extract was altogether pretty clean. At least we got all the vehicles out. That's all I have.
So I came in late due to IRL things, and I didn't actually get any of the brief at all. And what portions of the brief I did get was a quick little rundown of what was going on. I was never told that it was a vehicle depot. I was just told that we were supposed to go and grab the vehicles and get out. Had I known it was a vehicle depot, no, Skelly's right. I mean, we would not have even bothered to think about dropping the AT. We never did, but I mean, that just comes down to don't put someone in a leadership role if they've not even gotten the brief of what's going on. I guess it worked out. I guess. Again, it could have been smoother. And then the biggest thing I saw was the fact that we'd constantly try to communicate, oh, well, there's a BTR 80 shredding so-and-so, but like we were always talking about different BTRs every single time. So I'm not entirely sure what to do about that one, but it's a little difficult to go support a team when you're engaging a BTR that you think is the right BTR, but it turns out that's not the BTR. So that's all from me, unless someone else has got anything.
I think you did a good job, Outcast. And never
If
dropped
those BTRs had moved, we would have died.
Yeah. I think that the big issues here are hindsight issues, and hindsight issues is hindsight. Like if we had known that there was an airfield involved, obviously it would have given the guerrilla forces stingers. We didn't have that when we made the loadouts for them, so we didn't bother giving that to them. So with hindsight, if we'd known there's been more vehicles, we'd taken more AT. But that's just hindsight, and hindsight is never biggest level of hindsight. We didn't have all the intel when we made certain things, and then we just stuck with the plan. And the important thing to notice that the objective was completed with minimal casualties for the T3s, and the T2s suffered a lot, but they were very under-equipped for what they meant to be doing.
Yeah, I mean, there were a couple points in time where someone says, "Hey, we need to go help out this team," but I mean, the objective was right there, and it's one of those situations of we can complete the objective or we can go help out this team. So.
Anyways, I had fun for the brief period I was in op. Hopefully, server issues won't be an issue next week.
Yeah, because I'll keep using server 2. I already shot Auntie a message to write to Havoc to say, hey, can you please cycle out my server like last time? And hopefully we'll get everything unfucked. But for now, I can just use server 2 and we should be okay.
What's up with your server?
It's
Havoc's fucking
intense.
The units are desyncing like crazy, and it did that on Friday, and it did it today, so...
They're teleporting in front of people.
It's not a server desync issue, it's just a general bandwidth issue that's been happening for a few days now, so it's weird.
Havoc's the training server is a Havoc server too, right?
Yep, every server we use is the 3 servers we use are Havoc, and this one worked fine, and it's also a Havoc, so I think it's just that one server being weird.
I mean, I can't say for when we did training server 1, we didn't have any units down. We just had assets down, but there was no issues. Then we dropped a nuke, so there's no issues after a nuke got dropped. I don't think anything caused issues.
Anyway, I'm only gonna have the 3s debrief for this video because it's their op. 2s they got slaughtered, but like I said, I knew that going in that was probably gonna happen. It's horrible for me to do that, but this is the 3 slot and it's focused on that. But nonetheless, I hope they still had fun. Just watching the chopper come in and mow them down. You can play some emotional music, and then, just Michael Bay it or something. I don't know. We'll make it work. Anyway, rest in peace, all the Tier 2s. Tier 3s did a great job. Thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. We'll be back tomorrow at 5 for some French Resistance open world shenanigans. Cheers, guys. Have a good one. Go operate operationally. Stay healthy, and I hope you keep enjoying the content. Have fun, guys.